Introduction. In this video we sling through the Northern Cape from Hartzhoogte Hunting Lodge to Augrabies on day 2 of our slinging trip to Port Nolloth. The planning for the whole trip is presented in a separate video. In this video we mainly share the slinging to Augrabies and being there, with reviews and some general aviation tidbits. Planning. The planning specific to this leg of the trip was quite straightforward. We just had to route via Sishen to avoid the Luatla military firing range restricted area. The note temps on the weather did not show anything significant. Getting there. On the morning of our departure, the Hartzhoogte Lodge manager, Marius Marais, took us to the airfield. We took off around 6:45. There were some medium level clouds, but we could climb out to flight level 085 directly and register with Johannesburg area west. We only had intermittent cell phone reception for our private search and rescue WhatsApp group, but had full radio contact all the way. We had a very enjoyable stable flight over interesting, very arid landscapes, with the Orange River a close companion for the last part of the journey. We sling past places we have heard of, but never seen or visited before. Close to Augrabies, we had to stay clear of the Augrabies National Park restricted area. Apparently the National Parks Board is understandably very strict with overflying aircraft here, especially over the waterfall. The owner of the new lodge, Bert van Sail, sent us the landing direction, and we could use a standard unmanned airfield joining procedure and landed uphill on runway 26. Review of the runway. The runway is 1,320 meters long by 16 meters wide at an altitude of 2,200 feet, with a very smooth compacted gravel surface running uphill on runway 26. F-gas is available. There is a big parking area at the 08 threshold with open and closed hangar space. There are runner pads at both thresholds. The lodge is within walking distance of the parking area. Being there. We landed shortly after 9:15 and refueled with F-gas. Berto then took us to the lodge, but our room was not ready yet. Guided tours to the falls are available, but we organized with Berto beforehand to rent his personal vehicle for the day, and we drove to the falls and surrounding areas at our own pace. The flow at the falls was not close to previous records, but still spectacular enough and really worth the visit. We also drove to the Ararat and to Ranyakom lookout points and encountered some animals on the way. Also definitely worth a visit. We then had a delicious meal at the on-site restaurant, and it can be recommended. On our way back to the lodge, we drove via the Augrabies town itself to experience what is happening there, but that's not really worth a visit. After a nice refreshing swim in the lodge pool and a short rest, we had a scrumptious dinner in the lodge's on-site restaurant. Meals can also be enjoyed on the veranda next to the pool. After a good night's sleep, we had a delicious buffet breakfast, and Berto took us back to the airfield for our flight preparations. Review of the lodge. The air-conditioned rooms are well furnished with excellent beds with good linen. The bathrooms are well designed. All aspects of the lodge are well maintained and beautifully kept. The owner Bertu and his staff went out of their way to make our stay a very memorable one, and we wished we had booked another day there. We can highly recommend a flight and stay here, and we'll definitely be back. On doing pre-flight checks, I first thought we had a fuel leak, and then learned something new about the Whiskey Mike Mike. The size of the holes in the separation ribs in the fuel tanks are smaller than those of our own Sling Kilo Hotel Golf. These ribs eliminate sloshing and reduce the sideways flow in the tank during turns. If you therefore fill the tank with a strong pump, the tank is not full yet when the fuel first reaches the filling hole. It needs time to trickle through the holes to the bottom part of the tank. We thus had to refuel again after cross-checking my fuel calculations. We took off just after 9 o'clock on the runway 08 for our flight to Alexander Bay. This part of the trip is described in another separate video.